it's Candy. Welcome back to my channel. So what I wanted to talk about today was something that was brought up in an email to me. And it was, how do you get past that one part of your body that you just absolutely hate? That you, every time you look in the mirror, that's the first thing you look at. And you just can't look past it. And it seems to be this big blaring thing. I grab here because the person that sent me the email, specifically it was her double chin. Mine is my legs. I don't like showing my legs, and I don't know why. I don't know where it comes from or anything, but I don't like showing my legs. I think they're too white. They're like blindingly white, and they're, you know, they just look strange to me. And my legs are probably the thinnest part of my body as well. Like, I feel like I have like these little chicken legs underneath this big fat body that I have. But for me, I started just wearing like capri pants. And so you were only showing about this much of your leg, and then I would like wear some shorter capri pants. So I started, you know, showing a little more of my leg, and now I'm comfortable wearing capri pants that barely cover my knees. And occasionally you'll see me in some shorts. I have one pair of shorts that I like. All other shorts I wear underneath a dress. But I do have one pair of shorts that I got in a Dia box from, it's a Morgan & Walker brand, and I really like them, and I think they look nice on me. But I don't wear them very often because I'm super self-conscious about it. And I think maybe it's not just my legs, perhaps it's my knees and like the chub around my knees. Because if you look at my legs, nothing on my body is thin, but they're thin up until like my upper calves, right before my knees, and then my thighs are huge. And so I'm self-conscious about showing those. When I have a new partner, a new sex partner or something, I'm very self-conscious about that area, my upper thighs and my fupa area. If you don't know what a fupa is, it's the fat upper pelvic area, or you could use the P word that we use for cats for the P, but it's FUPA. And it's a very common term used online with overweight women, and you know, I'm very self-conscious about that, especially in a sexual situation. It's embarrassing. And another question that I got, this kind of all leads in together. I'm just telling you how I dealt with the part that like I don't like about myself. I just start small, making small changes, and just telling myself that like, it's my body. I was given this body. Here's what I'm doing with this body. That's all I can do. And so the other question that I got was from someone else, and it was about oral sex. And this person had gained some weight while they were in, I think she said like after college or in college. And whereas before she felt completely confident in herself sexually and felt completely confident, you know, in her body, but now she's gained weight, and so now she has extra rolls and extra skin and fat down in her private area, and she's really uncomfortable about it, especially for oral sex, because she feels like her partner has to work harder and move things out of the way. And I also deal with that. I'm very self-conscious about that area during sex. And in fact, I would never let a man or woman, whoever, a partner, perform oral sex on me because I was so self-conscious about it. And they would ask, and I would just be like, no, I'll do it to you, but no, you don't have to do it to me. I don't really like it. And that's what I would say, but I'd never had it, so how could I know that I didn't like it? And I did ask Roger, because I was with Roger for 14, 15 years. I did ask him one time, and even with him, who I had been with for a really long time and was super comfortable with, he saw me naked all the time. I only let him kind of start, and then I was like, no, I can't do it. It freaked me out so badly, and I was so self-conscious about it, because not only was I self-conscious about having a big fupa and large lips that had to be moved out of the way, but I was also self-conscious, does it smell? Does it taste bad? Is he gonna throw up afterwards? These are the things that were in my head, and I could not relax enough to get past that. And I finally, after leaving Roger and kind of discovering myself and becoming more comfortable with myself, and I had sexual partners before Roger, obviously, but, well, not obviously, some people get married and they're a virgin, but anyway, I digress. I had multiple sexual partners before Roger. Not one of them had I let do that. And not one of them had I allowed myself to be comfortable with. And a lot of them I had only hooked up with once. I was very destructive in my late teens, early 20s, between the ages of, I think I've talked about this before, between the ages of 18 and 21, I was very sexually promiscuous, and it was awful. I feel terrible about it now, but I can't change it. And it taught me a lot now. I wish I had learned these lessons before, but it taught me a lot now to cherish my body and to take myself into account more than my partner. And what I mean by that is I let men, because at that time I had been with only one other woman, and I let men completely take advantage of me. Because we did talk about this before, but I was already fat. I was fat, and so I thought, well, if he wants to sleep with me, I better let him, because this might be my last chance or my only chance. Or if he wants to have sex with me, I better let him do it, because he'll probably like me afterwards. And that's a terrible mindset to be in, but when you feel so bad about yourself, you can't change that mindset. And so another email that I got was a girl asking me about my first time. And no, actually, it wasn't email, but we talked about it on the live stream. But she was asking about my first time and how to feel more comfortable about yourself. And I think you really need to discover yourself sexually before you can be comfortable with someone else. And what I mean by that is use a toy if you would like to, or, use your fingers and discover your own body and discover what you like. If you are a woman who is older and you're not enjoying sex anymore, or you're not enjoying sex, period, discover yourself first so that you can direct your partner. And if your partner gets pissed off or angry at you when you give them direction, then they're not the right partner for you. Someone should be able to get you to a euphoric state and make you orgasm while you can tell them what you like. If a guy or woman is telling you to, do something harder, or, a little more to the left or softer or whatever, you should be able to take that direction and say, okay, they're liking what I'm doing, but I could do this a little bit better. And I think that's really important for younger women to discover themselves sexually before they decide to have sex. Because sex, as much as society says sex is not a huge deal, it is. And your first time is kind of important. Not like to anyone else but you, but it should be with someone you trust, and you should be completely ready. This person was 18. She had been with this person for a few months, and they had talked about sex, but they'd never actually met in person. And I was like, oh honey, if you feel comfortable, then do it. But if you don't, like, you could be naked, kissing, in bed with him, and if you start feeling uneasy, you say no, and it's done. It's over. And if he doesn't respect that, he's not the right person. Because someone that you're going to trust to have sex with you needs to be able to listen to you and take into account, oh crap, she's not feeling comfortable right now. I should not be doing this. And so that's basically what I told her. I just said, you need to be comfortable and you have to be in charge. You have to be in charge of your own body. No one else can tell you when you're ready for sex. No one else can tell you, that you should be having sex or it's okay to have sex. You have to know that for yourself. I also feel like us bigger women, we get labeled as easy or desperate, which is bullshit. And I think it sometimes happens because we are so self-conscious about our bodies that we're like, well, if that guy wants to have sex with me, then I might as well. Like I was saying earlier, how I felt in my, earlier years. And I fell victim to that when I moved out. I've talked about how I got chlamydia and got taken advantage of by a psychopath. It was the first guy I slept with after leaving Roger, and he was 21 years old, and I was like, wow, like, he's 21, he's hot, he wants to sleep with me, like, holy cow, like, I must be a lucky girl. And so we, slept together a few times, and when I got sick, I was like, hey, I got chlamydia. You're the only person I've been with. What's going on? And at first he denied it. And then over a Snapchat message, he admitted that he knew he had it. He gave it to me on purpose because he wanted us to be together forever. And he wanted to taint me for anyone else because he felt like I was going to break up with him. So he, wanted to taint me. And I was like, wow, you're crazy. And I called a police sergeant not long after that. And because I hadn't saved the message and I didn't have proof of the message because it's on Snapchat and it, disappears. Why I didn't save it is beyond me. I couldn't press charges or anything against him because that is assault. That is sexual assault. And I couldn't prove anything, and so it was his word against mine. Yeah. I didn't feel like dragging myself through the mud for someone like that. And so I did tell you guys about it, but like I said, he gave me chlamydia. It took me a long time to get over that, and it really messed with my head. And so that's why I'm so adamant about like being more careful and making sure you know someone before you sleep with them, and making sure that they have your best interest at heart, not just their penis's best interest. As for if you were sleeping with a man. So that's always the advice that I give is I'm all about like being sexual, but be careful. Always wear a condom. Make sure that if you're getting in a relationship with someone that you both are tested, and just protect yourself before anyone else. It goes back to that, you can't give from an empty cup. Take care of yourself before you take care of anyone else, and don't let someone talk you into something that you're not comfortable with or you're not ready for. And don't be scared if someone, we're going way back now because we've talked about 3 different things that all kind of went together. If someone wants to perform oral sex on you, if you're comfortable, let them do it. I can guarantee that you're gonna know if your vagina is gross. I think we're all pretty aware of our bodies. And I know as a bigger woman, I take extra care in keeping myself clean. I, clean under all my skin folds and things like that. You're gonna know if your vagina is gross. And I don't think they would offer if, it was gross. So let them do it. You might like it. And again, if they're doing something that's, you want them to do it a little bit harder, don't be afraid to give direction. So that is Kinky Talk with Candy. I don't even know. That's... I read those emails today, and then I remembered that we talked about it in the community a little bit. I just wanted to kind of get all that stuff out. It's probably a bunch of rambling, but hopefully I can edit it into something coherent. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I hope that you're all having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon.